Let's talk about winter clothing that you'll always regret buying. Coming from someone who's always cold and who learned the hard way that winter clothing has to be practical first. These are the mistakes that I made that left me miserable, and this is the advice I wish someone would have told me sooner. Also, hi, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm McKay. I make videos about practical style tips and wardrobe curation. Starting with the item that ruins your closet more than anything else, and that's a low quality coat. Your winter coat is the #1 most important winter item in your wardrobe, and it makes such a big difference, both in terms of practicality and in the way that your outfits come together. Your winter coat makes up such a big part of your outfits, and it really is so important to get it right. Cheap winter coats can be really tempting. Trust me, I've been there, but it's never worth it. They never look as good. Things that are supposed to imitate wool or cashmere will often pill up and just really not look very good. These are the kind of pills that just can't be solved. You can't get rid of them, and it's going to look worn out really fast. Aside from aesthetics, these cheap synthetic coats don't have the best practicality, and you're not going to be happy with it. They aren't going to be breathable, you won't have the best insulation, and you aren't going to be protected from the wind, which is so important in these cold months. And you're going to have to replace it way sooner than you should need to. Coats should be lasting you for several years, not just a couple of seasons. If you're on a budget, I know it's really tempting to just get an affordable coat, but I learned the hard way that this is not the way to go. When I was in college, I was on a really tight budget, and I ended up buying a $40 puffer coat from Forever 21 that was on clearance, and it was such a bad idea. I was going to school in Idaho where it was extremely cold, it was snowing, and I was literally working outside in the snow for my job, and I was so freezing cold all of the time, and I didn't even realize how much a better coat would have really improved my quality of life. I really wish that I could go back in time and tell myself to invest in a proper coat. Depending on your lifestyle and your needs, that might be a nice wool coat, or it might be a good puffer coat, or you might need one of each. But either way, make sure that you're doing your research, be checking the fabric composition, and get yourself something that will last and that will keep you warm. Even if that means shopping secondhand and getting something off of Poshmark or eBay, I no longer buy low quality outerwear. It's just not worth it. A good coat will keep you warm and protect you from the elements, and that's a non-negotiable. The next item you'll always regret buying are clothes that don't layer well. One example of this would be coats. Oftentimes the sleeves are a little bit too fitted under the arms, and that is so frustrating. You may be spending a good chunk of change getting a nice coat, so it's really important that you can actually wear proper winter clothes underneath it. Make sure the arms and the sleeves aren't too restrictive so you can wear things underneath, because there's nothing worse than a bulky or uncomfortable layering situation. And also, who has the time in the morning to be thinking about what they can and can't wear with each thing? We need everything to be versatile, okay? Very important. This can also be true of bulky sweaters, things that are just unnecessarily bulky and relaxed, and things that can't really be layered. I'm also looking at sweatshirts that have those bat wings that are really hard to get under coats. That drives me absolutely crazy. It's not something that I'm willing to buy because, again, I don't want to be limited in my outfit options. The next item you want to avoid, and this is personally my biggest regret, is low quality boots. Low quality boots are never a good idea for several reasons. They're not going to be as warm, they won't protect you from the elements, especially if you're in a snowy or a rainy climate, and they just don't look as good. But even more so than that, your foot health is really important. And like I said, I do have personal experience in this area. Why is this a regret? I'm glad you asked. Let me take you on a journey. And yes, I'm very embarrassed about this. I am horrified that I even allowed this to happen, but I learned my lesson, and here is what happened. Like I said, I was on a very tight budget when I was in college, and I did not spend a penny more than I had to, ever. And because of that, I ended up moving to Idaho and wearing these rubber boots, like duck boots, pretty much daily. And they were awful. They were awful at insulation. I mean, go figure, they're rubber boots, okay? No insulation. Bad idea. Over the winter break, my friends and I decided that it was a great idea to go on a hike in the snow to get to some hot springs, which by the way were lovely, beautiful, you know, whatever. But rubber boots is probably the last thing you want to be wearing in that situation. Very poor choice. Long story short, I was so incredibly cold. I literally got early stages of frostbite. That's how cold I was. I was so cold.
Is it cold?
No, it's not cold.
Are you cold?
No, I'm not cold.
Anyways, very poor decision making on my part, but I learned a very important lesson, which is to not skimp on proper footwear, okay? Please don't do that. I was wearing acrylic socks as well, so I was just freezing cold. Freezing. Anyway, it ended up being totally fine. It was very minor. It's not a big deal, but don't be like me. Please make good choices and wear good boots. I don't want to be your mom or anything here, but It's important that you're warm and you need a good pair of boots, okay? This is not negotiable. They've got to be practical. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk and for hopefully not laughing at me too much, but I mean, if you do, I understand. A good pair of boots will last you for years. If you live in a mild climate as well, leather is great. It wears in as you continue to wear it. It gets softer with time, it molds to your foot, and it's gonna last really well. And it's one of those things where even as it creases, like it doesn't look bad. It's just wearing in, but it's not wearing out. Versus cheaper materials like a pleather, which is going to wear out really quickly. It's gonna crack and flake and just not look good, and it's gonna have to be replaced very soon. The next item that you'll always regret buying is plastic knitwear. This is kind of a general category, but it's something that you wanna avoid for sure. The biggest offender is probably acrylic sweaters. These things are all over the place. Acrylic was made to mimic wool and cashmere, but my friend, it does not compare. It is not even close. Do not fall for it. It's a trap. First off, it pills like crazy, and this is not a kind of pilling that you can just get rid of, like with wool or cashmere, where you can easily take care of it and keep it looking new. Acrylic is totally different. It pills in a way that often can't be fixed and you're just stuck with it. It's also not breathable, which means it's gonna make you sweat, and then after you stop sweating, you're gonna freeze. You're always gonna be the wrong temperature, and I promise, once you switch to natural fibers, you will never look back. I thought that my acrylic sweaters were comfortable, I thought I liked them, and then as soon as I started trying natural fibers, I had no desire to wear plastic ever again. Aside from athletic wear and base layers and some other specific use cases, really try to avoid synthetics and plastic clothing, especially in the winter. They're also really gonna hold on to odor, so as you sweat, that odor is gonna stick around and you're gonna have to wash your clothes constantly. You might also see things like polyester or polyamide. Try to avoid those things as well within reason. So if you can get to like 80% natural fibers or higher, that's great. The higher the better for the most part. There are certain situations where it does make sense to maybe have a little bit of polyamide or polyester. For example, the sweater that I'm wearing does have a little bit of synthetic in it, but it doesn't bother me because it's being used to strengthen some of these more delicate fibers. And oftentimes brands will say like wool blend or something like that to trick you, or they'll use kind of deceptive wording that is meant to confuse you, and then it will be like 5% wool, 2% wool. Like it literally doesn't matter. At that point, they're just wasting a good material just for the marketing term. Oh my gosh, it drives me insane. Look for literally anything else. Cotton, cashmere, wool, merino wool, anything else is better. Anyway, that's my rant about synthetic fibers. Really try to avoid them. You're gonna look better, you're gonna feel better, your clothes are gonna last longer, and you're gonna save money in the long run, okay? Avoid. The next item that you'll always regret buying are hemlines that drag. I don't know what is going on, but some of these hemlines are getting a little bit ridiculous. This makes me feel like kind of old and grumpy that I'm like, your pants are too long, get them tailored. But it is so impractical. I'm specifically thinking of like wide leg and straight leg pants and jeans that are way too long and that drag on the floor or that puddle. Okay, first off, this is a tripping hazard, you know? I would trip in a heartbeat. I don't know about other people, maybe others are more graceful than me. That is very likely the case, but it is so impractical. I think it goes without saying that you're gonna be wearing through your clothes incredibly quickly. They're gonna get dirty, you're gonna get frayed hems, and if it's rainy or snowy, your pants are gonna get so wet, and you know how it like travels up your jeans? Oh, that is the worst feeling in the world. There's nothing worse than wet jeans. Ugh, get it away from me. I don't know what's going on here. And what's crazy is I'm often seeing people wear these very expensive jeans or very expensive pants. You know, like they're not cheap. Pants in general are not cheap. And I don't know about other people, but pants are like the worst thing to shop for. Like if I have found the perfect pair of pants or jeans, I want them to last forever. I am not putting them in harm's way. Now, long pants that like almost touch the ground, if you're wearing them with boots or heels, so chic, looks incredible. But please get your pants hemmed. And so many places do it for free, like Madewell, Uniqlo, Reformation, they'll do it for free. I just don't get it. I don't know if maybe this is supposed to be like a display of wealth or something, like my pants are disposable, but like that's crazy to me. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Okay, next item. The final item that you'll always regret buying are clothes that are too big. Now wait, I know that sounds obvious. Who would buy clothes that are too big? Here's the catch. I know that very oversized, relaxed silhouettes are having a moment right now. They're very trendy, and I love that. I have nothing against that. But there is a big difference between something that is intentionally oversized or relaxed and something that is just too big. And this is something that you really need to be careful of. You want to make sure that the fit itself is actually correct and that it's not just several sizes too big. So what do I mean by that? Coats are a good example of this. Even if something is oversized, it should fit properly. The belt should be at your waist and it should make sense when you tie it, like it should look right. The pockets should be in the right place. The sleeves should be the right length. They shouldn't be like dangling over your hands. It should look, like it still fits you. It shouldn't just look like you're raiding your dad's closet or something. You can also see this in the shoulders. Sometimes if the shoulders are too wide, it just looks off. I've made this mistake in the past. I bought a trench coat that was just too big for me. I even got the sleeves shortened, but to be honest, I never wore it. I never felt good in it because I always felt like it was just too big. The shoulders were a little too wide. It was a little too much fabric for my frame. And ultimately, it just wasn't made for me. It wasn't made for someone with my size or my proportions. It wasn't right. I think a lot of brands are pushing this because it's frankly cheaper and quicker for them to produce. They don't have to have multiple sizes. They don't have to worry about tailoring and getting everything perfectly right, which is really expensive. It's easier to just drop the shoulders, make it a little bit more oversized and say that it was on purpose. I'd be especially careful of this if you're someone who has a narrower or more petite frame. I think that things that are too oversized, too big, can get a little bit overwhelming and maybe not be the most flattering. All that to say, your clothes should fit properly, even if they're oversized. There you have it. Those are the winter clothes that you'll always regret buying. These are mistakes that I've made, and my goal is to help you avoid these pitfalls as well. Let me know if you want to see a video on winter essentials or if you want to see what I'm actually wearing this winter. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.